Hello and welcome. This is the first time I have been sick since getting off of my medication, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Actually, I wanted to talk about medication in general and my experience with it. Obviously, I talk a lot about the fact that I have ADHD online, but it's not the only thing going on in this brain. I was also diagnosed at first with anxiety disorder, diagnosed with that at the age of 4. So that was fun. Also have been diagnosed and re-diagnosed with depression a bunch of times. And about a year and a half ago, I was looking for solutions because I was in an abusive relationship and assumed how shitty I felt couldn't have possibly have been the relationship. It must have just been me. I was the problem, right? So I got on medication that was likely unnecessary at the time. I probably just needed to leave him, but you know, we work with what we've got. So I get on medication for an anti-anxiety and an antidepressant, and then I live life for like a year and a half. And I felt pretty okay on it, other than the fact that I lost a lot of joy at all. Not just like depression, sadness, but just numbness, constantly, consistently, forever, never changing, always just numb. And the other fun thing I had to deal with was the inability to come. Come, not a great time. Yeah, orgasming became a lot harder. And I didn't really realize how much it was really affecting me negatively because I got out of the abusive relationship in not the most ideal way possible, but you know, got out and just thought I was working on myself and that it was going to be so extra hard on my feelings and my emotions, and I thought the medication was helping me. And then life kind of turned up for me and started to seem like it could get better, and I found myself in Italy. Love that. And because I was in Italy, and there was the added, you know, whoa, life is fun, the dopamine, I got off my medication. Just stopped taking it. I was like, I'm just gonna not take this right now, which most of the time just means I'm gonna go back to it, but I decided not to for whatever reason. And it's been about a month and a half now since I've been off those meds, which means they're totally out of my system. And you're living with the raw dog style of Haley, and she's really awesome. Like, holy fuck, I didn't know this version of me existed because prior to this medication, there were so many other things going on in my life. And yeah, now we get this new Haley, and she's so cool and awesome. And medication works for a lot of people. I'm not saying that you just shouldn't medicate. I'm saying I was not well informed enough with my situation unraveling to recognize that some of the negative emotions and feelings I were going through wasn't just because there were chemicals fucked up in my brain, but because I was in an abusive relationship. Pause for cat shitting in the litter box. You alright? God, he's gonna have war flashbacks from that. I'm now off medication. Thank you for waiting. That was the longest shit ever. And I hope he's okay. So what has been the change since coming off the medication? First and foremost, I'm not taking naps every single day. I adopted this mentality while I was taking medication that I was just a nap girl. I just needed a little midday rest every now and then. Turns out, that's not true. I'm not a nap girl. But my brain was so zapped from these meds in such a high dosage that I was on that I just was tired and drowsy 24/7. Oh my God. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to know that that was the effect it was having on me without even knowing, because it feels like I lost so much time and wasted so much time doing nothing when I could have been doing so many more things. Oh, it's frustrating. But anyways, so yeah, I've got a lot more hyperactivity is clearly more apparent for me. I've kind of got energy all day, every day now. And it's great. I'm really loving it. I caught myself calling it mania in the first 2 weeks that it started to amp up for me, because it was genuinely such a Jurassic it was a Jurassic change. It was such a drastic, I don't know the actual word. It was such an insane shift. And so I thought it was mania. I thought I was manic or in a hyperactivity episode of some sort. Turns out this is just what my brain is like off meds. I'm pretty happy about it. And the cool thing is I feel like all the tools that I was learning in this lower state in the last year and a half, I can now really, really use because I have the fucking energy to use them. Do you know how many times I thought to myself, like, Haley, you know what you should be doing right now to take care of yourself? And I've been like, but the effort it would take. And then I just wouldn't do it. And the reason I'm thinking about it so much today is because I am sick. I haven't been sick in months and months and months. And so it's weird being sick. But I'm taking care of myself so well because even though I'm sick, I have all of what feels like extra energy to deal with it. And so I'm dealing with it. I've taken 2 showers today, which is already insane for Haley because I don't really usually like showers. I have been eating really nice food all day. I've been making myself tea. I've been resting in bed because my brain knows that's what I need. And it's just like the tools that I have built to take care of myself are actually being used now. What? It's just an incredible shift. It's an incredible shift, and I think maybe we don't talk about medication not ending up being actually a good thing for us. I feel all of this like desire to be creative all of a sudden. I've been writing music again. I've been doing poetry again. I've posted a very quick like short film type poetry thing. I've just like I'm leaning into who I am now because I have the energy to fucking do it. Whoa, how cool. And now you might be listening to this and saying, Haley, I'm not on medication, but I feel like the state you're describing when you were on medication, that numbness, that just feeling like shit, the lack of energy, just the sleepiness all the time. Hello, Kat. Thanks for joining. Yeah, that was your spot. So I'm glad you took it. And if you're thinking that way, and if you're feeling that way, you know, maybe this would be a good time to go consult a doctor and talk about if medication is the correct thing for you, because it totally could be, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna tell you. I am so stoned right now as well. That's gonna be all for this episode today. I know that it was a bit of a ramble, but the truth is I'm sick, I'm stoned, and I'm ready for a nap, and I wanted to talk about this because it's been on my mind. And instead of just sit here and like think about it in bed, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. So let me know what you guys think about medication. How long have you been on it? What are some of the struggles you've had with medications in the past? Do you find that life off medication is better when you have the tools in place? Or are you not at a place yet that you feel confident to be off medication? All of those things I want to know, so put those in the comments below, and I cannot wait to reply and read them and start a dialogue, because there's too much fucking stigma around helping our brains with medications or not with medications, and look, lame, boring. I'm over it. So really glad that you guys came today, and I will talk to you next time. Love you so much. Bye.